I get a lot of questions, but this one is really interesting coming from a 17-year-old boy. I want to read this so that we can answer him together, guys. Let's go. He wrote to me, he said, Rabbi, are humans the only creatures on earth? Are aliens real? Wow. Samuel, this is a very important question coming from a 17-year-old. It is very important, not just to you, but to everybody. Everybody deserves to know the truth. All right. But I want to rephrase your question so that we can answer you better. The best way to ask this question is, are aliens real? All right. Not just on Earth, because scientists believe that aliens are real, but they are not yet on Earth, but they are in the universe, another part of the universe or the multiverse. But you're still coming up, so you didn't probably ask it very well. But the right way to ask it, are aliens real? Are they really creatures like that? So guys, let's answer Samuel and give a reason for your answer. But I'm going to answer you in a very simple way. It is very simple to know the truth. The defining factor for this answer comes from the source and the origin of existence. If anyone can take sides and decide whose theory of existence they believe, then they can actually proceed to answer this question. For instance, if you believe in the scientific theory of existence, that means you're going to likely believe the theories of aliens and whatever. But if you believe in the theory of creation according to God, according to the Bible, all right, then you are going to still give a defining answer for that question. Okay, now I am someone that likes science and faith. I integrate faith and science together. So I don't just give answers based on science or faith. I believe science and God are friends. So I believe that the two can emerge into one utopia, one idea. There is something that can be bettered from bringing science and God together. I believe God created existence and science explains existence. But to answer your question, the simple answer will be no, aliens are not real. Then someone may be tempted to ask, why do you say aliens are not real? Aliens are not real because if God created the universe, and that is a fact, it's an established fact, no matter how science agrees with it or not, if God created the universe and the multiverse and all the dimensions, of course, that means God has an account for every creature, for every being that exists in the universe. And that is where the defining factor lies. If God is the one that created the universe. So, Samuel, the answer to your question lies in who you believe created the universe. If it is science, then definitely you are highly likely to believe that science aliens exist. But if you believe God created the universe, then you know that God has account for every being, every creature that exists. Now, is there any place in the documents of God that indicated that there are aliens? Now, when we talk of aliens, we're not just talking of fallen angels. We're talking about beings of intelligence, not divine beings. We're talking about beings of intelligence, beings that has machines, advanced tech, or some kind of warship, or spacecraft, or ancient tech, or have been living for billions of years in their own civilization or their own galaxy. Now, that is so much assumption, that is so much fiction, far from reality. But if we say, are there other creatures in our universe aside humans? Yes, there are other creatures like the angels, the fallen angels. Yeah, they traffic our universe. So it is possible for science to once in a while, or humans to once in a while, have encounters with creatures that are not of the earth, but they are not aliens as scientists postulate. They are angels. They are fallen angels or angels. So it is possible to come in contact with angels, but not aliens. Aliens with spacecraft that will one day invade Earth and suck all our resources away. It's not going to happen. I don't believe that is true. So, Samuel, the simple answer to your question lies on who you believe created the universe. All right. If you believe God, then you have to follow the God account, and you know that there are no aliens. But if you believe science, then you are subject to your own opinion, of course. We don't force people to believe in God. And like I said, I'm a lover of science. I try to integrate science and God together. See you guys in the next video. God bless you. Stay connected. Much love.